Tom Cruise's Digger announcement was great, but his rival Brad Pitt's next movie is equally gutsy and unique. Tom Cruise unveiled upcoming movie Digger, but Brad Pitt's Cliff Booth sequel is just as daring. Plot, release dates, and more about the movies. Tom Cruise grabbed the spotlight on December 18, 2025, by unveiling the title, poster, and teaser for Digger, his new collaboration with Alejandro G. Inarritu, described as a comedy of catastrophic proportions. That same day, Brad Pitt kept things personal, turning 62 and reportedly celebrating quietly with Insta Ramon, who turns 33 on December 19, plus a small circle of close friends. Professionally, Brad Pitt is riding momentum too, returning as Cliff Booth in The Adventures of Cliff Booth, with David Fincher directing a Quentin Tarantino script and the project aiming for summer 2026. Their history still lingers, as Pitt himself said, via Premiere magazine. "You gotta understand, Tom and I we walk in different directions. His North Pole. I'm South. His coming at you with a handshake, where I may bump into you, I may not, you know?" Yet he also gave Cruise his due, saying, "He's a good actor and he advances in the film, and you have to respect that." Brad Pitt's The Adventures of Cliff Booth. Plot, release date, and what we know: Brad Pitt is stepping back into Cliff Booth like he never left the frame. The Adventures of Cliff Booth is an upcoming period comedy drama directed by Fincher and written by Quentin Tarantino, positioned as a sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 2019. The story is set in 1977, 8 years after the 1969 set events of the original, and it keeps Booth in the world of Hollywood problem-solving. Pitt is joined by Timothy Olyphant returning as James Stacy, alongside Scott Caan, Elizabeth Debicki, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Carla Gugino, Holt McCallany, J.B. Tadina, Corey Fogelmanis, and Karen Karagulian. In April 2025, it was reported that Netflix had acquired Tarantino's script and had hired Fincher to direct, with Pitt pushing to bring Fincher on board. The title reportedly began as The Continuing Adventures of Cliff Booth before being shortened. The budget talk is eye-opening, too. Tarantino has described it as the biggest budget he's ever been associated with, around $200 million, per what's on Netflix. Filming began July 28, 2025, in California and is expected to wrap by mid-January 2026. Release is set for 2026, with plans for select theaters and Netflix. Brad Pitt open to reuniting with Tom Cruise with one condition: if you've ever wanted a Brad Pitt-Tom Cruise reunion, the former did give you the headline and the fine print. At the Mexico City premiere of F1 on June 9, 2025, Pitt said he'd work with Cruise again, but only if the project doesn't involve Cruise-level stunt chaos. Pitt's quote did all the talking, via E! News. "Well, I'm not gonna hang my *s off airplanes and s, like that, so, when he does something again that's on the ground." Then the mood softened. When Pitt heard Cruise had been publicly supportive of F1, Pitt replied, "It's so sweet, and he's so sweet." Cruise has been praising Pitt, too. At CinemaCon 2025, Cruise said, per Cinema Blend, "Brad's got a new movie Formula One with Jerry Bruckheimer, Joe Kosinski. I can't wait to see that this summer. It'll be awesome." Cruise also talked up Pitt's driving. "It's great to see Brad driving. He's very good. He's a very good driver. Believe me, I've raced against him." Cruise even shared their old habit: we'd go and race go-karts, and go drive go-karts all night. Pitt confirmed it with a grin in his own words, E! News: "We did have our go-kart days back in the 90s, the early 90s, then admitted the outcome. He got me in the end, I gotta tell you." If both movies land the way they're being positioned, 2026 could be the year movie star power actually means something again. Who's making the smarter gamble here? Cruise with Digger or Pitt with Cliff Booth? Drop your take in the comments, and follow Fandom Wire for more updates, because this duo always finds a way to pull focus. Digger is scheduled for an October 2, 2026, release. The Adventures of Cliff Booth is planned for